And we're live from Stockholm, Sweden. This is the first stream of the Stockholm Wasabis. I am your host, FIDE Master Anders Grandell, and we are trying to have a warm-up stream for tomorrow's match against the Riga Magicians. As you can see on the screen, we are gonna have quite a tight match tomorrow, with the average rating for both teams is around 2450, and yeah, we're very much looking forward to some very great games. So I've tried to get two of our players, Rawan Sagit and Bo Lindberg, to help me out with the warming perhaps not only themselves up, but also myself. So we will see if they have already started playing. If you let's see if we can, yeah. So if you have any comments, any questions, please write them in the chat, and I will try to look at it as much as I can. But now we're gonna mainly trying to see if we can get some chess going. Let's see here. Here we have a Test Viking, that is Rawan, and Busibu, that's Bo Lindberg. Rawan is perhaps most famous for making a mouse slip against Magnus Carlsen when in a position where he was pawn up. Well, how does it look in this position? It looks like there is something going on here with this knight. Alright, so that perhaps was a good move, but trying to attack. But couldn't you take with the rook? Oh, he found this move. So now you're attacking. And can you, if you go here now, maybe you protect it with the pawn. I think it would have been better to take here with the rook. Now it seems like black is getting out of most of the issues. Let's see, maybe you can take this one and weaken the pawn structure a bit. But still, aren't your... Oh, you didn't even want to... This looks like not very much. This looks very interesting by Bosse. This king perhaps is weaker than this king if you... So what's the material? Seems like Bosse is a piece down, and this one has to go back. I think Bosse's position is quite horrible. Nothing you want to see when we're going to play a very important match tomorrow. It's an exhibition match, but well, you always want to perform at your best. And maybe if Bosse is gonna play like this, I could replace him instead of having to do the commentary. Let's see, as Rawan, he lost some kind of pawn, but this rook is pretty awkward. Has he trapped the rook? No, he always has this square. And then you play a4. Then you can go back. a6. Yeah, takes, and take here. Oh, and then there. Is he gonna defend this? This is pretty hard endgame, I think, for white. Feels like white is worse. Let's see what Rawan can do. These pawns are just rolling, and you can perhaps could no, not now. Let's see. This is lost. Oh, Bo is at least fighting. He's threatening 2 knights. So let's see, can you do anything? So let's see, take, and you have 2 pieces for the rook. That one is even defended. Very awkward piece, but some kind of magician here. Should perhaps play for the Riga magicians. Oh my god! He wins. No. Or his mate. Oh, that was a really good move. Yeah. Did Rawan draw? He texted me. I don't believe it. Let's see, but Busse has a lot of time. He needs to protect the pawn. And he won. Oh my god. Great work, Busse. Looking good. Perhaps I don't need to take your place. Let's see, what do we have here? Busse is saying that he won convincingly. I was not very convinced. Let's see. Oh, so Rawan is playing up against an Russian international master, Venebo. And how's it going then? Let's see. There's a bishop pair here. Pawns are pretty equal, but this knight needs to find a square. Let's see if I'm not unfamiliar with these kinds of. Yeah, exactly. You want to trade the rook so it doesn't go into this. Oh, and now you can take a worse endgame with trading the queens. The bishop pair should be pretty strong in these positions. Perhaps this is starting to look like a forced trade of queens. Oh, didn't go for that. I wonder why. So takes. That was a bit confusing. Let's see if Busse has found another game. Yeah, so here we have something. What is this opening? F3 and G3. Busse, now you have to show that you cannot play openings like this. You have some responsibility for the rest of the chess world. But yeah, you have taken control in the center, and you also have the bishop pair. Let's see, now there's things happening on e5. That was probably good. Try to open up the position more. This feels like your bishop pair should be good, and these pawns are probably not the safest place for the placement of the king, but yeah, this is looking. Let's just see what. All right, but there are some white squares here for the king, and you don't want to let the king in here. But that pawn, all right, that pawn is also weak. But then you're also activating the knight. Some counterplay. This will be very interesting. Let's just see what happened here. I'm not really sure that Busse is taking responsibility for the world here, proving that you cannot play pawn to f3 in the first move. But white has some issues with development here. I would still think Busse is better. But this bishop is a bit trapped behind these pawns. See if we can increase the pressure somehow. Alright. Now you should not take here, because then you're losing your queen. Don't take the pawn, Bosse. Yeah, what did we get here? Did we get this exchange? Yeah. So the problem here is that this bishop prevents the pawn from promoting, yeah, in general the bishops are very strong in these positions because they can move so far and fast. And I need to stop drawing arrows everywhere. Let's see. What do we have here? Can we find a good move? I want to checkmate this king. Like put my knight here and my king here and then h5. That's what I want to do. Let's see, I'm missing. Oh, this now. All right, where is the mate? Is Rawan winning? This must be winning. This is an easy win. Nice, Rawan. Really nice. Well done. Now we're back. What happened here? What happened to these pawns? The pawn on f3 has gone to e4. It must have. And Bosse, you can't block these dark squares. The bishop is moving on the dark squares. It would have been great if there was a light square bishop. You cannot hope to block these pawns in these positions. Let's see. No. No one is writing in the Twitch chat. They should start writing there instead of anywhere else. All right. So can we get some kind of mate going? Let's see. How do you... Yeah, you need to block the mate. And then you... But you're a rook down. And this pawn is pretty strong. I don't see how you would be able to save this Bosse. I think it will be impossible. Rawan? Oh, a rematch with Venebo. Rawan managed to win. I would say lesser endgame, or where his opponent definitely seemed superior in the start of that endgame with the bishop pair. But let's see. What else do we have here? We need to take that one, I guess. So you have so your exchange down, and this pawn is hanging. This is not looking very good. So what should we take this one, because we're threatening the queen? And now black. What should black even look out for? Like, double taking there doesn't seem that dangerous because you have no pieces left. The bishop is protecting. So the idea was that this bishop here prevents the pawn from taking back. Bosse apparently apologizes for the quality on his games. Well, you did manage to win one of the games, but that's good. Well, you're good. Just lose the games today and win tomorrow. That's what we're aiming for. We don't want to win unnecessary games today. Let's see. Yeah. Black is completely fine here. Let's see if we can... Oh, another try. Alright, so the game Bosse lost was the one that White started with f3, and now he starts with f6. Now Bosse, you really have to take responsibility for everyone. Let's see what can he... Feels like both players are opening the position with both kings in the center. Oh, but this is not but now it will be perhaps hard to castle queenside. Feels like Bosse has a hard time finding squares for his pieces. Let's see, the queen is almost trapped. It's just that this pawn is hanging. Now it looks like there's a threat to trap the queen. And how do you prevent that? You take it. Yeah, then you probably get some material. If you play here, you can also take it. You can take here. Oh, but yeah, I don't think black wants to take this one. That seems... because then the rook is also hanging. And now... Oh, right. That one was hanging. Well done, Bosse. Seems like you find a pretty good way to save your queen. Oh, this castle without the pawns here. It's a brave person. He's gonna hide here on h8 perhaps, because there is no dark square bishop for white. Yeah. But this is starting to look pretty juicy as well. Maybe just opening... Oh, chain sacrificed. Maybe he was afraid of knight g6 and opening the h-file. So let's see. But now exchanging 2 pawns up. That is looking very good. Let's see how... I think I missed how it went in the last game. They are playing 3 minutes games. It's going quite quickly. I am not as much of a fan of having pawns like this, but since they are in the center, they take a lot of squares, which can be quite good. So you can prevent, or like, it's harder for the white pieces to find central squares. I got a message from Rawan that he actually drew the last game, which was good. So Rawan has a 2-1 score against Venebo. That must say it looks promising for tomorrow. The magicians should watch out. You know, I played with Rawan in the same team for a long time. Now in Vasa Chess Club, but earlier in Team Viking, Swedish team. And Rawan is really good at saving bad positions. He's a fighter. So you should probably give him a good position. I think it's worse then. Just a little tips for Riga tomorrow, if they're listening. Let's see, what happened there? Did it just plunder a piece? So yeah, Bosse was already up material, but nice Bosse. Oh, you lost? Yeah. That was checkmate. It's quite nice. Actually, this check and there were no good squares for that king, wherever it went. Um, let's see, do we have another game with Raon? Yeah, here we have it. Do we have Busse as well? Yeah. So what did we see here? Busse won that game where Black opened with f6. That was the last game. Well done. I must say I'm happy that you didn't lose. So what's going on in this position? There's some fight going on the long diagonal here, but who's going to control it? That was a tricky move, castle, because then you need to start calculating what's happening here, and if you take here. Busse instead went for a very active move, d5. So, and there's a check here now. Threatening, so you had to play knight c6 to defend, and now what is going on here? Starting to feel a bit weak on these squares. Do you play the knight back, protecting this knight? Knight d to e7, or do you probably cannot take because of b takes, then you're threatening both this one, both the bishop and the knight. Can you play queen d6? Then you need to start worrying about knight b5. See, it's 1 minute behind on the clock. I think he needs to speed up. His position is very tricky, and apparently Busse had an emergency, so I think he's gonna lose this game on time. We'll see if he comes back in a while. That's how it is when you have small children at home, as I do. But so far, it's going well. But this position, yeah, perhaps it's okay, but I don't really like all of the active pieces here. Yeah, that was probably a good sacrifice. It seems like White is having a hard time defending. This rook is very strong now. So let's see, can you check here? But sure, these two are doing pretty well in the defense. Maybe I overestimated this when I saw this. Let's see, but what's the idea with it? Like, what's even the threat here? Is it to... I'm not even sure. Can't I, like, put my bishop somewhere over here? As long as I protect this one. But that felt like a very slow move. Oh, but this is more like getting the king out. But then if you get the king out, then this h pawn is more active. Oh, what's happening here? So let's say, is black threatening h5? Let's say bishop, and then let's see, what can we do? Then perhaps queen g1. Oh, this feels like some kind of tactics going on. Now I need to calculate. Oh, it's probably this, and then there's mate here also if you go there. And how is this different now from the... Oh, it was a check. You were not allowed to go for the checkmate. Let's see. All right. Is it a draw? Does black have anything? Can't you continue with something? Oh well. Well done, Rawan. A draw. I didn't like the moving of the a pawn. It seems a bit slow. Black has some ideas on how to attack this one. And yeah, maybe there could have been some better way to utilize the piece, the extra piece. So let's see. No one seems to be playing. Then we can go back and see what really happened here. Knight takes f4. Oh, now he's playing again. Then we don't want to look at old news. Let's see. Can we find the game? Yeah, here. Let's see. Aviator SRB from Uruguay it was. And let's see what did happen. D4. All right. So this is starting to look like some kind of French position with f4. I don't play the French. And I don't play e4. Yeah, but I do know that this bishop is usually the problem and black needs to solve it. I don't think putting the pawn on g6 is a way of solving the bishop problem. But I guess it's in these lines with perhaps white is threatening f5. It can be a good idea to do g6 to put some extra defense on the f5 square. Now we're starting to see a bishop coming alive here. And this king is starting to look pretty poor. I like this Rawan. Yeah, and then we can bring in the rook. And then we're really starting to see some scary things going on. Oh, alright, yeah, it was threatening. So I guess you had to move it. But this must be busted. And all right, Bosse says he is back for a little while. That's nice. Then we can see if he starts the game. All right, he has also started, but what was that starting move? Knight c6 on e4. Oh well, sure. You can play like that, I guess. I can't. All right. So he took the rook, but now what's happening with the material? Now you better have something around. You're at least giving up material. Or are you? I can't see that you're winning it back. So it will be two pieces for a rook, but this rook is really horrible, and this king still looks a bit strange. Oh, I'm missing all of the moves. Now it's a piece. All right, but these are some weak squares. So, and this bishop has a hard time defending the light squares. So you could probably see something like this, and then you have all of your pieces attacking this knight. Seems pretty hard to defend. Bishop d4, but can't we go for this now? this. And then king e1 and bishop g4. Looks good. Let's have a little look at Bosse. What happened there? Alright. So, looks like you better move your knight. Let's just see if Rawan finishes this game. Oh, the opponent is thinking. Yeah, the alternative of going here didn't look very good, because you could just take the knight immediately. Yeah, and he won. Well done, Rawan. Really well done. Yeah. I was a bit skeptical there for a little while where we didn't get any moves, but you found a good way here. Rook takes e2. Playing with a piece down. Nice. So who do we have, or how's it going here? Yeah, the queen was threatened, so we need to move it. And now, so black seems to be a pawn up. And just is a little bit behind in development. These pieces are not developed, and this one is a little bit under attack. So if Bosse can solve his issues, then might have a nice game. So perhaps one idea here is to exchange the rooks, exchange a pair of rooks, because this rook is very active. And yeah, now it's a little bit harder to exchange. If you try to do something like this now, you can exchange everything on d8, and then this bishop is hanging. Oh, I should have seen that one. Now if you take, you can take here, and white has two pieces for the rook and pawn, which is probably benefiting white in the long run, even though this knight is not in play yet. So what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should be happy, Rawan. It was a good sacrifice, I think. Or it looked like the right way to play, at least after you have gone for that position. Oh. Hello. That's very nice. Could be our first viewer. Very welcome, RPD 350. I hope you will tune in tomorrow at 11:45 Swedish time, GMT +2 CEST. Then we will start the stream, and we will have a special guest before the match starts at 12. Thank you. Yeah, and I hope that everyone else also will tune in tomorrow. Then it will be me commentating, and we will also probably try out a little bit more dynamic stream with perhaps Rawan sitting beside me while he's playing. We'll see how that works out, if we can manage to do it. Bring in a whole new concept of chess streaming tomorrow. Look forward to it. And yeah, and the secret special guest in the beginning. So well, we could say that. Did you start a new game? Oh, sorry, Ravan. I will have a look again. Oh, here. You've played so many moves. No idea what's going on. There's a lot of pressure on this pawn. And now the king is right in the gunfire, or line of fire here. You probably don't want to exchange queens, but then this pawn is fair. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I hope we will win. Oh, this was amazing. Rawan, are you being too creative here, or is this really working? So the idea is if black takes, and if the knight takes, then black drops the queen. But now, what is going on? Can black defend this? This looked so dangerous. So what are we threatening here? Do we have a threat? Check here. No, we can't play there. Oh, it's really a threat. Yeah, this is devastating, because after king G, there's king G7, there's queen G8 mate. We need an instant replay. Rook takes F6 check. And as you saw, if black takes with the pawn and rook takes and the knight takes, then black is dropping the queen. But maybe that would have been better than going for this position. Black looks busted. And he won. Fantastic, Rawan. Well done. What a move. Great play. And Bosse, you won also. Sorry, I didn't really see that game. Rawan's game was too exciting to miss. Oh, did he have king h7? Oh yeah, perhaps he did. That was a bit unclear. Not something I solved right away. Not that I feel that I have solved anything right so far. Let's see. This is a really peculiar position with all of the pieces on the c file. Not at all sure what's going on. So if you go here, there might be an issue with b6. And the idea now is if black takes, you can play b5. But what happens on b6? Rook takes c6, rook takes, pawn takes, and oh wait, the knight is defended. That's fine then. But perhaps black has something else. Yeah, probably just winning this pawn. Yeah, so now I better go here and pick up the pawn at some point. Yeah, white will be suffering a bit in this game. Bishop pair for black and pawn down. That is... Oh, so Bosse is suffering, and now Rawan started. It was a Sicilian, like a closed Sicilian. And yeah, I wanted to remind everyone to join our fan club on chess.com. And you could also take the opportunity to join the fan club of our friends, the Riga Magicians. They are very good guys. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and smash that follow button here on Twitch so you stay up to date with all of our latest streams. We have some ideas for the future with Banter Blitz and what we call the Vasa University, where we have strong grandmasters usually talking about different topics, perhaps their own games, particular openings, and games. We have had super grandmasters like a regular player for the Vasa Chess Club and the strongest player in Africa, Bassem Amin. And also we have had Alexei Shiro, very famous and legendary player with no real need for an introduction. So yeah, follow us. And let's see. So Rawan is playing against Friis Nielsen from Denmark. I've played Friis Nielsen a few times, at least 2, I think. It did not go well either time, if I remember correctly. Would not like to play him again. Yeah, Bosse lost this pretty tricky position, where he was the pawn down. So let's see if we can. Yeah, here's a new game. Christian Alm from Brazil. Christian Alm sounds like a very Swedish name. That is a bit suspicious. Never heard of a Christian Alm. Maybe I should have. Maybe someone that wants to join the Stockholm Wasabis. We can use strong players. Let's see, what is Bosse doing? He's trying to take control over these dark squares, which is practically like keeping the. Can I highlight? Yeah, keeping these pawns on the light squares because this bishop is so bad when it's trapped behind their own pawn chain. Yeah, black is desperately trying to open up and also exchange these ones, which it seems like he's managing to do. But white has a terrain advantage here. Black is a little bit cramped. So I still would give some kind of advantage for Bosse. Let's see how is it going for Rawan against this trickster, Friis Nielsen. And yeah, let's see here. Oh, he just won. Yeah, I thought it was looking very well. Oh, very good. You seem to be on fire now, Rawan. How is it been going? Do you know how many games you have won and how many you've lost? What's your score? The magicians should really watch out. Board 2, Rawan Sagit. So tomorrow in the match we're gonna play 4 games. Each round the players have 10 minutes and gets 2 seconds per move. And they will start like in round 1. Board 4 will play against board 1. These are the colors. And then it will just go upwards. So board 3 meets board 1. If I remember correctly what I should do. Yeah, like this. And then in the end, in round 4, board 1 is playing board 1. And yeah, so if you don't have time to watch all of games, maybe you should catch round 4. Then there are going to be some really even games. Let's see if we can. Yeah, there we have the lineup again. And back to the chess. So maybe seems like Rawan. Rawan, you have 5.5 out of 8. Yeah, that's pretty good. It seemed like it was even better. Maybe you started out a bit poorly. Because I was very impressed. That rook f6, that was something. Could live on that for a week. And now Bosse is having something going on here. But it's just a piece up. I wonder what happened there. I was talking about completely different things. So let us just see Wose finishing up this game, and then I think we will call it a night. Exactly, rook f6. You should sell it. You could become a rich man. I'm not really sure how we're looking at intellectual property laws when it comes to chess moves anymore. That was a debate followed a few years ago. Oh, but what is going on now? You're getting checkmated. Awesome. Well done, Bosse. Now, I think we're done for tonight. So tune in tomorrow at 11:45 Swedish time. And cheer for the Wasabis, not for the magicians, but join their fan club and join our fan club. And as always, this was our first stream. Yeah. So follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Check in on our YouTube channel. We will probably add some things there in the future. And smash that follow button. And thank you, RPD3550. And we will see each other tomorrow. Thank you.